There was a time I believed balance meant perfection. Everything organized, everything controlled, every part of life held neatly in place. I thought balance was something you achieved once everything finally stopped feeling messy. But life never seemed to cooperate. Some days overflowed with energy and motion. Others felt heavy, uncertain, slow. No matter how carefully I tried to manage it all, something always tipped the scales. Until I began to see balance differently. Balance was never about holding everything still. It was about learning how to move, like standing in shifting water, like breathing in and breathing out. Balance was not a fixed state, but a living rhythm. I started noticing how nature never apologizes for its cycles. Day becomes night. Tides rise and fall. Seasons arrive and depart without resistance. Nothing is forced to remain the same. And yet, everything is in balance. I realized my life was asking for the same permission. Not rigid control, but gentle adjustment. Balance became less about doing everything and more about listening. Listening to when to push forward and when to soften, when to act and when to rest. I learned that imbalance is not failure. It is feedback, a quiet signal inviting recalibration, a reminder to return to myself instead of pushing against the current. Some days require effort. Some days require stillness. Both belong. Balance does not demand equal energy at all times. It asks for awareness, for responsiveness, for compassion toward my changing needs. I stopped chasing an idealized version of stability and began trusting the wisdom of ebb and flow. I allowed productivity without guilt, rest without justification, movement without pressure, stillness without fear. And something softened inside me. Balance was not something I had to create. It was something I could cooperate with. A conversation instead of a conquest. Now, when life leans too far in one direction, I do not panic. I adjust. I breathe. I remember that rhythm always returns. Because balance is not found in perfection. It lives in presence, in the willingness to respond to life as it is, rather than fight it for what it is not. I am not required to hold everything together. I am only asked to remain connected to myself, to my energy, to the natural movement of my life. I am allowed to sway. I am allowed to recalibrate. I am allowed to trust the unfolding. I am balance.